In this video, we'll cover annotation auto wiring and qualifiers. For auto wiring, we're injecting a coach implementation, so Spring will scan for components, check to see if anyone implements a given coach interface. If so, let's inject them. But if we have multiple implementations, which one? Like, what algorithm will Spring use to determine which coach that it should implement? So here's a diagram here of our multiple coach implementations. So we have coach, cricket coach, baseball coach, track coach, tennis coach, etc. And then we have the actual source code for these implementations. So we have our cricket coach, baseball, track, and tennis all implement the coach interface. So when we ask for a coach implementation, which one will Spring pick? Well, we have a little problem. So this is the error message that you'll actually encounter when you run your application. Spring will say there's a parameter 0 of the constructor in the controller, required a single bean, but 4 were found. Okay, so I need a coach, but there's too many of them out here. And at this point, Spring will not start up. The application will not start because there's too much ambiguity. Spring can't figure out which one you want. So one solution here is to be specific, and that's by making use of the qualifier annotation. And so here's our coding here for our demo controller, and everything looks the same except for this one new entry here for qualifier. So here we give qualifier, and then we specify the bean ID of cricket coach. Now the bean ID has the same name as the class, except for the first character is lowercase. All right, so that's how we come up with cricket coach here, starting with lowercase. And this will actually resolve the issue because now we're being very specific. We're saying, hey, use cricket coach as the injection for this given item. And there's other bean IDs out there that we could use, such as baseball coach, track coach, or tennis coach. But in this scenario here, we're making use of the cricket coach. Now that's for constructor injection. For setter injection, you can do a similar thing. You can also use the qualifier annotation. And then here's our code example. So our normal setter method, set coach, and then we specify qualifier annotation, and then we give cricket coach. Again, the bean ID is the same name as the class, except for the first character is lowercase. Alrighty, this looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and move into our IDE and let's write the code.